and welcome back to another Cup with Joe
and Dakota.
Hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and we're going to start off this week amazingly.
Or great.
Or great. So today we're going to talk about beard basics, individual greatness.
Joe can't talk today, sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
And Colorado's method coffee roasters.
We'll talk later.
It's good stuff. It's pretty good. So let's kick it off about beard basics. So one of the top things that I've noticed, and I think you've noticed also, in order to have a healthy beard, you need a very well hydrated or moisturized beard.
Yeah. Always drink your water, right?
Drink water. Drink water is important.
If you're looking to try and grow that beard out, you drink water.
Yep.
You got the right product. Things gonna be beautiful.
Absolutely. And I also try to explain it even more so to people. It's kind of like a plant. If you water it, give it some sunlight, and give it the proper nutrients, it's going to grow and flourish.
It's going to grow.
But like if you don't, you get the brown leaves, or it's going to have some discoloration or something like crunchiness, right?
Nasty. Yeah.
It's the same thing with our beard. If we don't keep it moisturized, our skin's dry, get split ends.
That's true.
And all those not so fun things, right?
Yeah.
So kick us off how we started off.
So you need some oil. It doesn't have to be exactly this one, but a little outdoor bivouac will do you a lot of good.
Yep.
It's going to hydrate it. It's going to be the first, layer, you could say, in the stacking different products here. It's going to get on the skin, make the skin happy, because really what we're trying to do is you're trying to keep the skin happy, because if the skin is happy, the hair that's coming out of the skin, it's just going to keep that happy greatness going.
Absolutely. So when you apply, when do you usually apply it? Maybe not the specific one, because this one is for outdoors.
Yeah, yep.
But how do you, or when do you apply this typically?
So typically, if I'm putting
you.
This is my stubble, at least for right now, actually, because I'm trying to grow it back out, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll do it after I get out of the shower.
Okay.
After I've washed it, and or if I wake up and not taking a shower in the morning because I took one the night before. I, usually put it in, start out the day. And that's usually, or, unless I'm getting ready to go out for date night, and then I got to grab some Dapper Gentleman, make it all shiny and look pretty.
All purdy.
Make it all purdy, But yeah, that's usually when I put it. What about you, Joe? When do you put oil on your beard?
So like the outdoor bivouac is for outdoors. So usually I'll just apply that in lieu of like a bug spray. So I'll just do the normal routine and just go underneath. Get everything underneath so you get that moisturization, and put the rest on top, and then I just do the excess. Exit.
I mean, I'm gonna watch you struggle through this one, sir. You're gonna learn.
The exit.
We'll get there later.
The remainder of the
excess,
oil.
the excess oil. You get that on your skin. Remember, we're all about it's the skin that you're making happy on your face.
Right.
So if it's good enough for your face, it's gonna be good enough for your arms. Your arms are gonna love it.
But when I get out of the shower, I dry off. I don't dry the beard completely off, but like 90%. So it's a little bit damp. The water will be kind of like a carrier to really spread the oil around.
Get it nice and all over.
And likewise, if I wake up and I did not take a shower, or it's not a shower day, or whatever it is, your routine is, I'll get my beard wet a little bit, and then I'll apply this in there. So it all moisturizes and gets everywhere.
Gotcha.
But one thing I would also add, especially with Kilt Beard Co.'s products, because we have no chemicals or fillers or anything in there. If it feels too oily, that just means you apply too much. So
less is more. You can always add more. You can't take it away.
Yep.
So
yep.
It's personally, for what I got going on right now, I take the dropper, and I mean I barely even fill up just a little bit. I don't know if we can see that here.
It's about 10%.
But just a little, ever so slightly. Yeah. Rub it in my hands, and then just rub it on the face and the mustache. I don't have done today. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It was a fun night last night. We'll just put it that way. But anyway.
But then we got butter.
We got butter.
So butter is unique in its own way because it's
kind of butter.
That kind of
the butter. Best damn beard butter.
Hell's a yes.
Oh yeah, you gotta love it.
So beard butter, I use it two ways for me. One. If I, have skipped a day or two and I haven't put any product in my beard and I start getting that beard itch and everything, it doesn't matter if it's morning, night, or daytime, whenever it is, I'll apply it then.
And I'll second you on that one. If I am home, or I have that with me wherever I might be, and I even start realizing that I kind of got just a little itch going on.
Absolutely.
little bit of butter, maybe just fill up my thumbnail here, rub it in, same way, and that itch goes away like instantly.
Right.
God. Anyway, my absolute favorite product.
And the other time is when I go to sleep. So before I go to sleep, because I tell people, and in case you did not know, we get more dehydrated at nighttime when we sleep, and our skin gets more dry because we don't drink any fluids when we sleep. So this will keep you moisturized at nighttime. Just wash it out, when you wake up, or rinse it out, what have you. Then continue on your beard routine of your beard oil and your balm, which we'll talk about in a moment.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one too, Joe. I always put it on, especially when I had my glorious mane, but I would always put it on at night without fail. And then, even if like I missed a day or two, it was still had that hydration.
Right.
Just because I would do it every night. Right. And in my beard, I did have a fairly prickly, stiff beard when we first started this whole endeavor. And after using that for probably a week at least, it was very soft and very supple, I guess you could say. There was no crunchiness to the beard. It was, and honestly, the worst thing in the world is when you like lay down or something and like it like crunches in your face and like you have all these little hairs coming back and stabbing you. After that, you could pull a blanket up, you could lay down, you could do whatever, and it's not going to crunch in your face.
Right.
And, it made it much more enjoyable to have a beard.
And some of the benefits besides moisturizing your skin and your beard, it makes it softer, like you alluded to there. It makes it more attainable to style it, and it just looks healthier. It just looks. It gets rid of your split ends too, if you have any split ends.
Yeah,
but this will help get rid of it. So what's the difference between the butter and if you go to a balm?
Well, Joe, a balm comes in a and a butter comes in a. That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
So you got more beeswax in the balm. It's gonna make it have that like a little more of styling property. Right. The butter, it's exactly that. It's the butter.
More of a conditioner, right?
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, it's a conditioner. It's gonna be a little. It's gonna be a lot softer. It's not gonna be quite as like waxy, you could say.
Right.
Because there is no beeswax in it. It's a butter, so it's going to go on very smooth. It's not going to, clump up or do anything crazy like that. And it's not a cream. Neither one of them are cream. If you're using anything that looks like a cream,
it's a cream. It's not a butter. It's not a balm. It's a cream.
Why are you putting cream in your freaking beard? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how else to say that one there, but no. But like I said, the balm has got beeswax in it.
Right.
Usually is a little stiffer. Has those more of the styling properties.
Right.
I mean, you're not going to be able to do like the crazy beard competition things with some balm. You might need a little more crazy.
Also doing some crazy categories, like unique categories.
But if you want to style like beautiful mane you got going on here, you just want to style it, you want to keep it in a certain shape.
Right.
That's the one to go to. The best damn beard butter. You're gonna that one's more to put in. It's super hydrating. Going to get all that good fats and delicious oils that your beard loves, and it's going to go on. It's going to be just like the oil.
So I would add, at least in our butter, or excuse me, our balm, we do have the 3 butters that we have in our Best Damn Beard butter also, with beeswax in the balm, so that you're still getting those moisturizing fats from the butters, but you're also getting the beeswax to style. We try to take it one step further. We add raspberry oil, which
gotta protect that skin.
It protects the skin and the beard from the UV rays.
Yep.
So up to a 30 SPF is what.
We're not saying to use it as sunscreen. Though.
It is not a sunscreen.
It's not what we're saying.
But it's going to give you some properties of protection there.
Yeah.
Because the sun dehydrates you. It's going to evaporate the nutrients from you.
And most of us with beards like being outside, so.
Right. So,
kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? Essentially.
So when this all comes together, what do we got?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a beard routine. You got your oil. You got your balm. And you got the Best Damn Beard butter. Now, what we have done a step farther is you can go on the Kilt Beard Co. website.
Okay.
And it's already in a bundle.
Sweet.
It's already there.
It's simple enough.
You just got to hit add to cart, put in your information.
That's it.
Bam, you got a beard routine going on.
Sweet.
You didn't even have to think about it. Options are already taken care of for you.
Yeah, there's many options out there. We just help you out.
We're just trying to make your lives easier. We're trying to take care of you.
Speaking of beards.
Yeah, beards, Joe. beards.
So,
It's making a comeback. It's making a comeback. I'm trying.
so tell us about your beard journey.
Which one? This current one? Previous one?
Well, what it'd be like?
We getting
The past condensed and what you're doing right now.
well, real quick. We can go all the way back
Yeah. Well, like the 4-minute story.
before COVID,
Okay.
or before that magical year of 2020. I decided. I went to my wife and went, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna grow out my beard for a year. I'm gonna do the year thing."
All right.
And she was not on board, but she powered through it. Thanks, babe. But it was
Was it rough?
it was pretty rough.
Okay.
It was pretty rough. So then, fast forward after that wonderful year, a couple years later,
So 2022-ish.
2022, 2023, like last year.
Yeah.
Right? I went back and I was like, "Hey, I want to do it again." She's like, "Absolutely not." And I was like, "Come on." She's like, very, again, reluctantly, she was not about it, but she loves me. So I started growing out my beard again.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started talking.
Right.
And then Kill Beard Kill came about. And she got on board. She was about it. And it was, so first one, back before 2020, it was very crunchy. It was very scraggly. It was very just,
Smell good though.
No, it didn't smell
Oh, it didn't smell good? Oh, boy,
I
that's
mean,
even bad.
I mean, I don't, it wasn't, I washed it, but I wasn't putting any product in it,
Gotcha.
really. There was no product. I kind of brush it, but like, I was not using any product. So then fast forward to the second go around, doing the year thing, I had proper product.
Right.
And with it, I had oddball here and there, beard oils that I got, X big store brand, whatever you want to put. And I don't know. I always read the labels, and it was sketchy. It was, to say the least. And then you come over with this, and my wife loved it. It softened it up, and then so, as we all know, you've seen me. I shaved it off and currently just have a mustache. But I'm doing a comeback with the beard.
Okay.
I don't know how long we're gonna go with it because, again, the wife likes it shorter, so we'll see what happens. But no, this time I'm trying to really just go about it the right way.
Right.
Do everything start to finish. Like I said, I'm using the oil, the balm not so much because the balm
Not
with
yet,
it being
not yet.
short, it's just
Yeah.
but definitely using the butter. Even right now, I mean, it's been about 3 weeks now,
Okay.
and like I feel like my face is pretty soft. Like the hair on is pretty soft, and I credit that to just going through this current journey that we're on with Kilt Beard Co. and
Right.
learning about products and how to do it. Because I mean, if you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, what we talk about, we do almost daily.
Yep.
So it's not like we're just saying it to say it and like, oh, you should do. No, like we both use all the products. We both have our own different beard routines due to the fact that mine's much shorter than this glorious thing right here, but we're real world experiences
Right.
here, and we are, like I said last week, I feel like I'm the #1 test dummy when it comes to this. Joe has it. Joe's probably the #1 test dummy because we're not gonna just give you guys a product.
Yeah, you gotta test it on yourself first.
That we're just gonna like throw it out to you guys and be
Right.
like, hey, this is great. Like, no, we put in blood, sweat, and tears into this one.
Yep.
The outdoor bivouac, Jeez, wow, yeah, there was a lot, but it's fun. It's definitely a journey, but I thought it would, in a roundabout way, be fun to start my beard journey over again and do it the right way from the beginning.
Right.
And so far, I feel like it's going pretty great.
Sweet.
So,
Yeah, and I've shaved my beard off like many times
the
throughout
first
the
time
years.
I met this guy, no beard. It was the craziest thing. But apparently, like a month or two before
It
that,
was like down to here.
he had the world's best beard.
We got the thumbs up on that.
Apparently, we got a thumbs up. I don't know what I did for that, but maybe. Anyway, this guy, huge beard, met him with no beard, and now he's got this beautiful thing again. So thank God.
Yeah, so some people will get to like my length of beard or longer and start wondering, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Or what am I doing it right still? And honestly, from experience, with our products at least,
Okay.
it goes back to the basics. Make sure you get that beard oil down to the roots of the follicle there. Make sure you drink water, you stay hydrated. So the oils and the fats can pull that moisture to the top of the skin or the surface of the skin so your beard follicles can grab all that nutrients that it needs. And then I use a lot more butter now a lot more butter now.
I believe it.
Because there's more area that I need to cover. I use balm for only two reasons now. One, if I'm going to go out on a date night or business kind of like thing, you know, like a social like that.
You want to get it a little
Right.
more proper.
Right.
Okay.
And then the other one is when I'm going outdoors.
Okay.
So I'm not sure about you. When you hit like a 30 plus mile an hour wind, that thing goes. Well, when you hit the balm, we'll keep it it'll like sway a little bit, but it won't just go all over the place.
Yeah.
No, if you got 60 plus mile an hour winds, you better be getting inside somewhere.
You're going out on the Harley, it's not going to hold it.
Yeah,
That's
right.
not gonna happen,
But that's really the only time I use the balm now is when I'm outside or I'm going to go on a special occasion.
yeah. I feel like if you're an individual that has a more of an established routine, day-to-day routine, when you wake up or whenever you're getting ready for the day, if
Right.
you have more of an established routine and you're more into that, touch, right? Like you're taking it, you're opening it, you're putting the lid down, you're taking your finger or the awesome pick that's in there, or and scooping it out, and putting the tin down, and then getting it in your hands, working it in your hands, right? Getting it in there.
Yeah.
If you're that type of person, balm's gonna be great for you. Me, and it sounds like you, Joe, have a very quick morning routine where get in, get out.
Right.
And it's possible to have a routine that's like that. You just got to have the right products for it.
Right.
And oil is that. You take it, you open it, you put a couple drops in your hand, you rub it through your face, and you're good to go for the day. Super quick, easy, in and out.
And two more things for the balm that most people will use it for is for a mustache like yours to style it.
Yep.
And the other one is if you want to straighten out your beard, like have it nice and straight and everything, which mine is a lot more difficult the longer it gets to get a lot of curls underneath. But the curls do change once it gets down about right here. It goes more to like a wavy pattern. But however, if you want to have a product that's going to help straighten out your beard, the balm is a definite go-to. There's a bunch of other products out there that can assist you with like a heat iron or like a beard iron or whatever they call
so
it.
if you have a wavy beard,
Right.
right, and you straighten it, balm all day. I couldn't suggest it more. That would be a
Right.
perfect product for
Yep.
anybody.
So there's multiple uses, but what we really wanted to get all this, share a little bit about our story and where we are at in our beard journey, and just get to the basics on some of these products because sometimes we overthink it, or some of us have never been told how to use these products.
Yeah, I know. I've learned a lot how to do it, so that's why, like I said, I kind of wanted to go back to the beginning here.
Cool.
We're kind of at the same stage if you think about it, Joe. Back to that, you're looping back to have to go back to the beginning, go back to the basics.
Yeah.
I'm at the basics currently,
Right.
so it's
Yeah.
kind of fun to think
Yeah.
about. Anyway, let us know down in the comments. Where are you at in your beard journey? Do you have a beard? Are you starting one? Do you have an established one? Throw a picture in there. If you got a big, gnarly, freaking awesome beard, throw it in the comments. Let's see it.
And if you get a moment, we'd appreciate a little like and subscribe so that we can continue to send out this information to you guys and keep interacting with you.
Yeah, please. They're fun.
So pursuing greatness.
Gotta love it. No greatness.
So this week's newsletter, Living Cute Bearded, the link will be down in the comments.
You want to go to that. You want to sign up for that? Because there may be something in there for you.
When we just talked about the beard stuff there,
Maybe
why
that
would
beard
you potentially...
routine, maybe throw that in there, Yep,
do you think there could be a potential
maybe.
a promotion for
There could be.
a kit in there, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe. That you can't find anywhere else on the internet?
Nowhere else.
Okay. Well, anyways,
Anyway,
if
just
you get
go
curious,
and sign up for that.
It's down there. But so greatness is the intro to the newsletter this week, and I hope this adds a little value to your life. As I like to share a little bit, what my thought is, and eventually one day I'll get you to start doing some intros too. But anyways, but this week, I was thinking when I was what the intro would be about, and I thought about back like our beard butter. And I talk about it more in the article, so I'll give you the tea leaves real quick, but so you can read the whole article. It's about doing the small tasks, the small mediocre things that most people will overlook, they don't care about, that they just don't understand. And, so it's really speaking to those people who are grinding it out every day to be a better version of themselves. And at the same time, may not be getting the recognition that they think that they may deserve or that they're trying to get, or the success they're trying to get. And the thing is, when that success or that greatness happens, as I like to call it, it really doesn't have a timeline. You can't force the timeline. The timeline is going to happen when it's supposed to happen.
Yep.
And that's the thing about it. Like, you know, going back to even Michael Jordan, like, he was a good basketball player in college. Mm-hmm. Was he the greatest? No, he was not the greatest in college.
That mofo worked, though.
But he worked his butt off. All those shots and free throw shots and 3-pointers and layups and everything, just, you know, from almost sun up to sundown. Nobody saw that stuff. And then, you know, he did all these great things, but behind the scenes, he probably put in about 8 to 10 hours a day of just shooting like free throws and whatnot. So those are the things that we don't see behind the scenes to become great at something. And, you know, it's just a word of encouragement. You're not the only one out there. Keep going. You're probably closer than you think you are. And it's just one of those things that I related back to us doing the butter. And the butter took us over 6 months.
It was
trial and error.
There's a reason it's called the best damn beard butter for a reason, Joe. Because I feel like when we got done figuring out that fine-tuning it, getting it there.
Right.
There's nothing better.
Yep.
It's the best.
So, a greatness.
It was great. It was a very moment. That is for sure.
And what's even more...
And it's a butter. It's not a cream. It's not a balm. Like, you open it and you almost want to get some toast and put it on there.
Don't do that.
Butter.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But it looks like butter.
But for me, besides somebody saying, you know, having a good comment about it, to me, what gets me excited about it is that when somebody says how it changed their outlook on having a beard, or they're, you know, going from 3 months to like now a year, just because of that one product. Oh, yeah. That's what I hang on to. Those are the
feel good. Those are the great comments when
that's your cloud nine.
We're talking to, you know, we're interacting with anybody, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so I never liked having a beard, and I don't do this." And then, you know, we're like, "Oh well, you know, give this a try," and then they use it for like a month, and then they come back and they're like, "Oh my god, this is the best." Like, I want to keep my beard. I'm not wanting to shave it off all the time. It doesn't itch anymore. Like, those are the best. Those are the absolute best, and especially after putting so much time and effort into that one.
Absolutely.
It was, yeah.
And sometimes you don't know what the outcome is going to be.
And it could have been complete garbage.
Yeah.
And we just have to try over again.
Right.
I know we went through a tedious experiment. There's I don't want to give too much of away in the newsletter, but there was a lot of iterations of the butter.
Speaking of iterations and working towards like your individual greatness, you know, do you have a story that you may want to share?
Yeah. So, first actual job, right? And I'm there. I was young, dumb, ready for anything that was thrown at me, and I just so happened to start the same week that another guy was leaving and training another person on how to do that job. Well, it was my superior, right? And I just, in learning my job, also learned, because I'm observing everything, how to do that job. Well, after I figured I was raring and ready to go for it, I just would do my job, but also was implementing some of the things that I was watching this other person get taught how to do, and kept doing it. And unfortunately for my superior, they didn't do it as well as I did, and they ended up moving him to a different position, and then promoted me. And then he actually came back, and I was over him because I was doing it better. If you feel you can grow and learn something and make yourself better and be great, it has a trickle effect. If you're going to put in the work for it, somebody at some point is going to notice, and you got to keep going. It's not just going to come. You got to keep working for it, because if you work, and then just stop, it's like everybody. We all know that meme that's on the internet, or the picture of the dude that's like almost to the diamonds. He's freaking mining the shit out of it, and then he's almost there, and then he turns around. But then you have the other dude that's ready and raring to go and just keeps going. You just got to keep going. You just got to keep growing. You got to keep striving for greatness. So,
Oh, and then you can just sum it up in that you're just trying to become the better version of yourself.
Yep, exactly.
I know many of us are competitive. I'm super competitive.
No,
but it's about competing against yourself yesterday. Like, I mean, you're always gonna have competition like in front of you, on the side of you.
Your hardest competitor is yourself.
Absolutely.
That guy never leaves. You're always looking back at you.
Well, you at the end of the day have to answer to yourself.
Yep.
There's nobody else. Yeah, there's nobody else. So you answer yourself no matter what.
Yeah. So if
But,
there's something you want, there's something you desire, there's something, just keep going, keep
Right.
striving to be a little bit greater than you were the day before.
Yep.
And at some point, it may be a week, it may be a year, it may be 10 years.
Yep.
At some point, it'll get to a point where it'll all manifest itself.
Yep. It'll just come together, and you'll be like, now what? Now what do I do?
Just keep going.
You got to find something else to do.
Just
You
go on to next.
Right.
Keep it going.
So,
So,
speaking of coffee here,
yeah, coffee, because, this is a cup of Joe. I had to go. Method Coffee Roasters. These guys are based out of Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
Because we are in Colorado for the next 2 weeks.
or this week and next week.
This month. Almost out. But hey, we got some things lined up. It's going to be next month's going to be fun too. But Colorado, I these guys haven't disappointed yet.
No, they've all been unique. They've all tasted good.
You know, and like this one, dude, I believe, do we have the gentleman's name? I apologize. I'm sorry. I dropped the ball on this one. Anyway, this fine gentleman that started Method Coffee Roasters was sitting in a bay up in Seattle and watching ships come in and out, and just got inspired to make coffee.
Wow.
And then they go around. They work with family farms. We've said that before. Another thing they do is they do they do the small batches. And
Okay.
like we were talking before the video. It's cool that they do the small batches, and I'm not trying to discredit or
No, that's right.
not trying to come at anybody. But we were talking, right, Joe? And the limited thing, it's cool, but us coffee drinkers, right?
Right.
Like, we like what we like. So if we want to continue to drink the same cup, well, when it's gone, right? Like, you're not going to get the same one.
Right.
So it's like, what do I got? You don't want to constantly have to find that one, right? Like,
Yeah. I think if you don't have the
it's a lose-lose situation.
well, like you should have like maybe 2 coffees that are small batch, and then some prime ones that you always have on
Yeah.
hand. So then at least you have a fallback, or you have some kind of consistency in your routine. But when you're constantly having to try one, and what if you don't like it, then potentially you might not even go back to that company again.
Right, which is rough.
Which is rough. So it's like they're having to consistently outdo themselves for you to continue to have the same small batch be good over and over again, no matter what the flavor profile, origin, etc. like that. So, but however, this one is good. This one's really good.
Yeah, like I said, Colorado has yet to disappoint me.
Yeah.
I have, out of the 3 coffees we've drank so far, they've all been very different,
Been very unique, yeah.
very unique. Again, it could be credited to the fact that they're a small batch.
Right,
Luckily for us in the show, small batches is great
right.
because we can get it. But for you guys, unless you guys are going and buying it right away, you could be missing out on some great coffee, especially if you're buying it from Colorado.
Yep.
But, these guys, they're doing a great job. Tasting notes on this are blueberry,
Which I taste.
red cherry,
Okay.
melon,
I smell. I taste that.
and stone fruit.
Stone fruit.
Peaches,
Peaches.
mangoes,
Mangoes. Plums.
raspberries, plums.
Okay.
So we had to look this up. A stone fruit it's got a fleshy exterior, and then it's got that little pit or
Nut.
nut,
Yeah,
right. We all think it's a seed too.
Yeah.
Cherries are in there as well.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a stone fruit because the pit is called the stone.
Oh, okay,
Anyway,
makes sense.
Little blurb on the other one. So what do you think of this, Joe?
I think that this is just like neutrally good.
Yeah,
Well, like it's not like your campfire coffee,
I couldn't say anything
but
not positive about it.
right.
It's a good cup of coffee.
Like it's like it probably won't win the coffee of the year, but it's memorable in the sense that it does have some of its own uniqueness to it, especially
It
when you
is.
have all the different fruits in there.
Somehow, it's a very fruity coffee without being sweet.
Yeah,
I don't know
Right.
how that works. I don't know. I apologize to you guys at home,
it's hard to explain.
but it's a fruity coffee, but it's not sweet.
Right.
It's the craziest thing. And what out of the tasting notes, Joe? Out of blueberry, red cherry, melon, and stone fruit. What are you picking up on?
I get blueberry for sure,
Okay.
and then it's fruits, but I think it's a lot of fruits in there, so I can't really pin down what fruit it is.
Yeah. Back to, our
So like a
palates
mixed berry,
not
I
being
guess you
crazy.
call it a mixed berry, but it's not as tart as what you would have
Yeah.
like a mixed berry, like a handful of berries. It's not a tartness. It's not quite sweetness. It's somewhere like
I
in
would-
between.
I would take and I would say that it has the blueberry. You definitely get the blueberry, but it also is more like when you're at the store and you see like the cantaloupe and the honeydew and the because of the melon
Right.
scents in there. The stone fruit, I don't know. I feel like the stone fruit is too broad of a whatever. I'm
Yeah,
not.
fair enough.
I don't really. When I first took a sip, I got a hint of the cherry. But I'm more like back to the when you're at the store, you see the pre-cut melons and the watermelon and the cantaloupe and the honeydew, right? Like it's that, in my opinion, it's the
Right.
blueberry and that. And again, it's fruity, but somehow not sweet,
Right.
in the sense of like it's not. You're not drinking and be like, oh, that's so sweet. Like it's just a
Good cup of coffee.
all around good cup,
Yeah.
like great morning cup of Joe.
Can I say-
Fantastic.
I couldn't say it better myself.
I mean, you not necessarily have to eat breakfast, but you're just a nice, cool morning. You're sitting out on the deck, just taking a sip of your Method coffee roasters there.
Sweet. Yeah, check them out.
Yeah,
I
recommend.
yeah, recommend.
Recommend.
Absolutely.
Recommend. Thumbs up on them. You guys are doing a great job.
So to close out this beautiful Sunday morning, keep pursuing your greatness. Stick to your beard basics to have an amazing beard, and check out Kilt Beard Co. Our products are great. We use them. They work.
daily.
They'll do the job. They'll go beyond the job that you need to have done. And
Subscribe to that newsletter. It's gonna be you will learn something out of it every time.
yep,
And there's something in it for you. I can tell you that much. Like I said, build a routine, bundle. Anyway, sign up for that.
have a great day.
Cheers, everybody.
All right, any more?